Hello, everybody. It's about 4:23 p.m. We're a few minutes late. I apologize. I was in LA, La La Land, left coast, whatever you want to call it, last week. And let me tell you this about this Russian tall blonde. No, I'm not going to. Let's talk about markets. This is more interesting. Uh, Anyhow, at the end, she says, "You need me." I said, "Okay." All right. No worries. It was a blind date, somebody said. Musician and a model in Miami. Can I can I move? Can I come and visit you in Naples? I said no. I don't have people visiting me I just met. So my sister went nuts and says this must be either Putin or Trump. They're trying to send a mole into Heche. They want your code. I said, my sister, whatever you're smoking, send me some too. Yeah, exactly. Trump or Putin don't need my code. They're already stealing it live in front of you. Why do you need? Why would I want to make honest money? Come on. So, all right, couple of quick points. Housekeeping. As you know, NT is here. Ninja Trader. We just put them on. Or we also have landing pages for it ready shortly. It is ready, but we're not displaying it yet because we want to do a little bit more testing. Oh, that's Mr. Hare. Yeah, Mr. Hare. Yeah, what's his name? Hold on. This is Mr. Hare. There we go. Let's see the page. We used to call him Delhi in there we go. There, yeah, yeah. Mr. Delhi, Andrew Kudal, his call card, his signal was his name card was DELI. That's how you trade. So good guy, means well. Yeah. Uh, anyhow, my style of trading a little bit different. Yeah, I'm more aggressive and more what do you call it? More directional because I can tell I'm a market timer. I'm not a floor guy. Floor guys usually like Marcus Mozito. They're usually country trends. So anyhow, we're here. I got an invite from them. They're ex PlayStation guys, and they said we've heard so much about you over there, and give us a chance. And they really have thrown a red carpet for me. So our indicators on Happy, uh, 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 on Happy Pro, and Happy Expert, we have converted. These buttons will change. You'll have for each label. We're not getting rid of TradeStation. We're just going to have regular Happy is going to be one, but it's going to be Happy NT Pro, Happy TS Pro, Happy NT Expert, Happy TS Expert. So landing pages will change because they want their logo. Nobody, like I had that when I had eSignal here. It's a chaos. They're fighting. You can't have this, that. I said, you know what? To Larry, my CTO down in LA, been with me 25 years. I said, I put him in touch with NT. I said, give them whatever they want. Don't argue. It's not worth it. We're very logical. A lot of people out there are not. And but they're 10 times the size of TS. They were sold on Thursday. I wake up in the morning in LA. I open my phone. And it shows 1.5 billion. Kraken, which is a crypto exchange, is buying them. I think the fall of TradeStation was the fact that they went crypto unprepared. They spent most of the last few years converting TradeStation to just the lingo there into Japanese. Are you kidding me? Don't people in Japan know English? Trading language is English. Anyhow, I just really, really ridiculous move. If it's 10 times, uh, if it's got 10 times of traffic, accounts, then Traces is probably worth a million and a half. No, I'm sorry, 150 million. 10% of a million and a half. They'll be pissed because Monex paid 400 mil for him. Plus, they spend the money to convert it to Japanese language characters, and they did not go to 64-bit. I've traded them side by side this day and night. On even actually different machines. They're not even crowding one machine. So we're probably going to freeze any updates to TS. We'll still forward, but in terms of indicators, it just doesn't pay. We'll be. I have 340 customers there, according to Nancy, who keeps track of these things on a database. So Nancy Scott, there she is. There she is. Hold on. Hey Nancy, how are you? Let me get you on the other side, and then uh, so we're going to support them. but the new stuff will be NT. Okay, and they're offering to give freebies to test, learn all that, and we'll give you a month on the indicators free through them. But let's just finish beta test. We've done 1.0, 1.2, I'm saying 1.0, 1.1, and now we're going to 1.2, which is not cleaning up any bugs we've seen, but also we're using excessive or extra uh, uh, encryption from Israel, and they're very good at this. And it's peanuts what's worse. I mean, what we pay for. But in terms of keeping our stuff safe, it's really, really good. Now, the other features, like we don't have to take a reserve because data, you get the program, you run it, but the gates, the floodgates are controlled by me from here, or let's say Nancy or somebody on a Ninja, but because it's on the cloud, we can cut off somebody right there, or we can have a late delay. It starts on 2 weeks from now and runs for a month, that kind of stuff. We couldn't do that with PlayStation. It's 64-bit, very stable. You can modify the dome on the fly. This is huge. If you guys are big traders or having friends who are big traders, tell them what I've just said. You can change the dome, the features of it on the fly. At Tracer, you can't even change it, for, much less if you do it on the fly. So it's amazing. Uh, they only do NQs and ES. They're saying we're on their ecosystem. Now the indicators are ready. We already got a customer from them. We're not even being live yet. So they're going to roll out the customer red carpet in April, and I'll be doing some webinars there. Being 10 times TradeStation plus uh, being just ES and NQ, it's a different ballgame. So we're very, very excited about it. The problem is the toll it took on us. Me and Michael Bird, another person, spent 3 weeks to convert 25 years of work at HA. Remember, we don't use anybody's indicators. We build our own. They're battle tested. That's why we were so superior. I mean, look at this. I mean, I don't want to talk about what we've done, but hey, this is Admiral Tico in charge. Look what we've done. Look at that. I mean, all-time high. So we're flat now. I mean, he took 500 points here of S&P in 3 weeks. 500 points, less than that, but here. And that's 5,000 points on the Dow. That's more than 10% of the Dow in 3 weeks. I mean, remember, we were short and we're getting our ass kicked. He recovered that, and then this 500 points. One short, one long. Long live Admiral Tico. As Siegfried says, more, what do you call it? More tomahawks for the Admiral. Yes. Remember, we salute the rank, not the man. Now, we think the next leg is short. I didn't do yesterday anything because we're at 200. We're going to discuss that, but that's where we are. What else I can tell you off the bat here? Orb is doing well. Why? Products volatility is back, and of course Tiger Shark went 3.4. It's absolutely killing it. We've got a version now that it gives you a heads up on a potential trend change. This is the best work we have done. Intraday. Intraday, yes. What's the concept? I won't leak all of it, but I'll give you a little teaser. Somebody like Mark Caffrey would understand it. Mark's brother is used to be head of Tiger, Gil Caffrey, a classmate of mine, and then he ran Front Point, which was he was the biggest position in the subprime. You can read the rest of the story. Yeah, he's a very bright guy, good friend, honest and loyal friend. For some 40 years, we were benchmates in at least one class, and also club mates. We were in the same club, Cottage. Um, so with that, work on that is continuing. We're not finished that on Ninja. The only reason we had was that actually the whole thing started by looking for alternate plans of TradeStation. Not that there's anything wrong with TradeStation, but in December we saw some anomalies during the Trump bump, and we said to ourselves, "Wait a second, house," so that the code can run, and now we're getting another location to trade, uh, not to run the code because running the code there is uh, it's JavaScript. That's a pain in the ass. I mean, CI is about 10 lines. Can you believe that? Just 10 lines. And the indicator has been selling, I mean, at least being leased nonstop since February of 2002. That's 23 years. And maybe extra month, yeah. But uh, in Ninja is about 30, 40 lines. I have to look. I haven't looked at the latest version. I wrote one for this other platform with the JavaScript. It was 3 pages. Yeah. Now we don't need to put code there. Our code there. We just want to have our asset management clients put extra monies there. Park a half a million, but park a million, just in case something goes wrong. We can switch to that. Signal will come from a Ninja once we prove the Tiger Shark. We're very close. We are very close. Um, we don't lease that out. We just use it for asset management company, discretionary trading by me. And I'm trying to add to the team because there's more money coming in than I thought there was out there. So I'm looking for some different traders there. Yeah, in options and in also futures. Yeah. So, but take I don't take C. I don't take what they call resumes. That means nothing to me. I need somebody working here with me 2 3 years, so I know how they trade, why they trade. Do they have ups and downs? Do they give up quickly? My dad was a fighter pilot. He always said, "You know how you win?" I said, "No, Daddy, how? Because you don't give up. The winner is the guy who didn't give up. Because the moment you give up, you're out of the race anyway." But I don't have his guts. That was something else. He was valedictorian of Air Force Academy and part of the Shaw and the Crown Prince. So, and then he was decorated by Nixon. So anyhow, long story short, I have his compass set here that Shaw gave him for being valedictorian of Air Force Academy at the tender age of 20 or 21. I think he had 3 years, not four. I keep it here just for memories of him and the fact that I'll never be able to fill his shoes. So at least gives me a drive. Let's go quickly to second product that's crucial. That's Marcus was either running our chat room for ES, and it is outbound missile launch. I mean, he's just yesterday alone one trade was $750. Yeah, that's the month and a half of the subscription on one trade. Yeah, he's really, really, really look at those 15 handles. Okay, and he's really, really improved. I'll tell you this secret. I let them take a look at ES Tiger Shark. So when you come there, you're gonna get the flavor of Tiger Shark. We will not. He will not be able to trade a fund. He's just doing it for the chat room. I don't need somebody to compete with me. But I'm more than happy to help him, and he's done a good job. It took me at least a month and a half to trade him. It's a complicated code, and it's not for faint at heart. And I understand it probably better than most because I wrote it myself. But then it got too complicated after a certain level. You have a lot of state variables because we're here. Remember, it's not AI, but close. A hedge fund is looking at it right now on a dedicated Zoom with two AI PhDs sitting there. Two AI PhDs. Yeah. And uh, so for this thing, the first guy came in, and then he wrote to me and says, "This guy will come in as second guy." Is that okay? I said, "Sign the NDA. Give me a background on him. Sign me an NDA." And he did. So they got two guys there. Today they took off. Yesterday they were here. Monday I was on the flight. My flight from LA took 26 hours. I was in the airports, 26 hours. Dropping off at the with the Uber at not Uber. Actually, I drove there from the shuttle at the LAX. LAX is a mess, by the way. To getting to my car off the shuttle here took 26 hours. They missed two of my flights. They put us in three different what do you call gates, but between two different terminals. It's madness. American Airlines got two air terminals, 4 and 5. They switched us between. That means I had like 20 minutes to run over to the next terminal and to the gate. Just absolute madness. But anyhow, it's done. New Year was good. Family is good. And let's get to work. Anyhow, for this, we're no longer offering any trials. People have come in, they've converted. And if anything, probably Monday or Tuesday we'll raise our price. Sometime next week, April time. Yeah, as I've said before, I said April price will go up, and this is just taking off. Both we have a directional move and Tiger Shark. You can't get better than that. So, and we don't allow any other analysis over there. So why? You don't want to muddy the water. Yeah, you're not going to improve. You cannot beat Tiger Shark anyway. It's been 3 years. Uh, If people could have, they would have. So we're staying with that. It's a bonus. Monthly income 3,400. Uh, Profit factor over 2.4. And go there. This is the coverage. P2, yeah. Divide by the margin. Yes, P2. Now, if you go to Ninja, the margin is 1,000. No, actually 500. I'm sorry. Or Ninja, this is the coverage. Huh? Wait a second. This is a problem here. I'm sorry. This has nothing to do with the margin. Yes, your margin drops, your ROI goes up. Right. Okay, hold on 1 second. Huh? Okay. What was it before? Hold on. Okay, so this is 1686. Am I correct there? Is this the latest? Let's see. What do we have here? It's trade station. Okay, trade station. What is this? No, I want margin rates. There we go. Margin rates are for ES 1731 now. 1731. Okay, so let's put this in because the index has gone up and volatility. So that's our return. If you when you go to 500, if you go 500 on Ninja, that number explodes. I don't think you should be trading anything else but Ninja. From what I see, plus 64 bits, you have flexibility, all that. Our average ratio of the monthly income to monthly fee is 692. That's not bad. 7 to 1. That's a one hell of a return. That's why I think our price is too low, 499. We probably won't go much up. Probably 599. Yeah. We want to go slowly, and of course we got to be ready for a Ninja. They could kill us. The number of referrals, they're so big. Yeah, so couldn't happen at a better time. Of course, we we have it. We owe a debt of gratitude to Airbus. She killed it by verifying everything, having a protocol of how we accept things, how what should the chat room run. We have a decorum. We had a few oddballs, all kicked out. Admiral, Admiral Tico came in, wasn't happy, and told Admiral Esposito, I'm going to fix this place. I can fix this place. And you know, Tico, he's no Trump. He does what he says. Hey, he cleaned that set up quickly like this. So, uh, and remember, we salute the rank, not the man. So he's doing good. We're happy. By the way, we are now registered, trademark with the PTO, Patent and Trademark Office. Somebody trying to steal our name. Can you believe this? We've been around 26 years. How can you do that? So there's a lot of oddballs out there. Numbers look good. The key is this too. Average range, average street. This is the problem he had when he was sick as a dog down there after that injury. But we cannot drop it. We're not interested. As this goes forward, the impact gets less because of law of averages. But still, we're not going to delete anything. We don't need to. His performance speaks for itself. How many times you get a 27 years veteran of SIBO? Head of a vice chairman of the members committee. Members voted for him to be a vice chairman, especially on technology side. They did the hybrid, so he's got a storied resume. I'll never be Admiral Esposito. He's something else. I'm honored that he's here. And you could see with the filters that Nancy put on how good we have done and so forth. In the afternoons, Dennis sits there for him. Dennis Parma, a good friend, and help out during the afternoons if he has to take some time off. This is pretty intense, and his serious hours 2 hours a day. That first 2 hours. Having said that, anything else I need to do on the housekeeping? I don't think so. I think we're good. So these will change it slightly. Other trading is gone. We're not doing other trading anymore. It's in the chat room only. Thank you. There's also a little bit cheaper price if you take both package. If I see you guys in two different ones, I'll consolidate. I'll cancel one, debate you, and go into take both. And then the drop down means we expand two more for Ninja. So these will change. Individual pages are ready, but I just wasn't willing to throw the switch yet. I was going out of town. I was in the market and PMT and so on and so forth. We were with behind. Oh, one more comment. We were with PMT, but we haven't done any uh, option trade. We have given bias. Bias has been excellent. But if vol goes up, what happens? New option guys, come on, tell me. What happens, Mark? What happens if vol goes up? How do you know what is going up? Demand changes. How do you tell that? Bid ask. As the bid ask widens, the cost of transaction goes up. So if it goes crazy like this, let's look at VIX. If it gets crazy, what do we got to do? Well, we can't jump in and do in and out. So I give the cash levels. But we went to 4 sigma. So as it comes down, now I'm ready. We get it to get an option trade in. What are you going to say? I signed up for it. I understand you signed up for it. You can go back like that. But I don't dictate what the VIX is. It just is a prudent man rule. Whereas as an advisor to you, every time I pull the trigger, all you guys going in, going out, someone other trade in Chicago. I have to be cognizant of that. I can't walk you into your suicide trap. Okay, so we gotta be careful. Speaking of that, I have a couple of guys who are just on life support. I mean, not themselves. Their account is on life support. They're done heavy, 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 heavy. Guess what they believe in? Yeah, you know the story. Yeah. In fact, nothing will happen. We're gonna do better. I said, please. You have no clue what you're talking about. You have no training in these things. Remember, in foreign policy, I had Kissinger as a teacher at Princeton. Okay, please. You guys can't read. By the way, one more thing. Geopolitical. 7 B-2 bombers, which I worked on, not physically, obviously. I worked with both as the chief designer and Joe Paterno, the head of the division. They were literally next door to me. One was on this side, one was that side, in advanced systems. Uh, I'm not getting into what I did. I can't have an NDA with both DARPA and DoD. It's endless. It's lifetime. So what I know goes to my grave. But one of the areas of that office, that section of B2 was it's called strategic planning. Needless to say, we thought about not what the product is, but what are we going to do with it? What's the life cycle? What happens if the mission changes? How can we fast adapt? What kind of options can we give to our National Command Authority, NCA, which is all the guys in Washington collectively, including the El Presidente. Uh, one of the type of attacks that we always looked at, you saw it in 2003 in Iraq, and Iran is no Iraq. That's the thing. But uh, they did what's called decapitation strike at this beginning. As a matter of fact, if you remember, my chart said 21st of March. Again, in 2003. Nancy, you may remember we had just started this business. Its chats were in infancy. We were leasing a chat. Because I always thought if you do futures, it has to be live. Cannot do emails. And it had to do with there were two B-1Bs circling around over Iraq, and they got a human intel that were the highest echelons were. I forgot the name. Outward Farms or something by Euphrates. The Mesopotamia. I don't know. I had to say straight. It's the cradle of civilization. Uh, it near Babylon and all that. So they got rerouted. They got rerouted, and then the GPS data was put into their precision was called JDAMs, and two aircraft full of 500 bombs just unloaded. The news was bad. The human intel was bad. Okay, they missed. They had just left that. But all these types of attacks, remember, now they have said, and they won't do it with B2. The other aircraft will do this. B2s have 7 B2s are en route to Diego Garcia. That's the only known place I know. Guam is not working because Guam lost one. We lost that B2 there. And they need air conditioning. That's public info. Yeah. We only have them in Diego. There were also 18 Pegasus KC-46s were sent out. These are 767 body full of fuel. They can refuel several times from just one tanker. But why are they sending 18? That's a lot of fuel. They moved some to Guam and some now into Diego Garcia. Uh, this is a big attack coming. And I think if I was a strategist on the attack side, let's say I ran the battle up, what do you call it, ATOs, air tasking orders at CENTCOM. I've met Dick Horner. He did it in World War in the first battle for Bush 41. Um, there's going to be all out hits, both decapitation and the key surgical areas that we need to hit. The surgical, like the nuclear assets, every other weapons they may have, also tunnels and all that. But you also have to hit command and control. If you don't, they have commands coming in for higher up. What you want to do with a snake is cut off the head. So that I believe will be done with F-35s of Israel. Because why? Because they have the best human intelligence on the ground. Look what I did with the uh, nuclear scientist. They decapitated underground in Iran. They'll go to YouTube, you see the videos. They decapitated like top 5 or 7 over the last 3 or 4 years of the nuclear scientists on the Iran side. I'm Persian American. I was born there, but I'm a U.S. citizen. This country has done a lot for me. I'm fed up with Khomeini and company. They almost tried to execute my dad. He had a death warrant. He never went back. The first general they executed, Sapapod Chawbani, which I had dinner with his sister, his daughter, last Tuesday in L.A. Was the first general they executed. That was my dad's immediate boss, head of air training command. So I want these Khomeini, I want these mullahs to go. The country will survive. The country will come back. It's the second largest reserves in oil, and that's what Israel wants too. So we just want to calm. We want what Shah was. Shah never got into trouble with the neighbors. These guys are as if they're like Roman legions going after this country or that country. It's absolutely out of whack. And then they can't provide anything. They told everybody free. If you bring us back against the Shah, we will give you free water and free electricity. There's no water in Iran, no matter what you charge. All the major rivers are dry. Just really, really messed up. And of gave all this money to Hamas and what do you call it? The guys in Lebanon, I forget. That's Hezbollah. I don't want any of that. I want a quiet Iran and prosperous Iran and very intelligent people. So my point is, I think a big attack coming. And if I was sitting in the tank at Paragon, my game plan would be send F-35s and B-2s. At the same time, have some B-52s and B-1Bs as a mop-up command. Remember, you have to sit. The challenge, there are 15 aim points. I'm sorry, 1,500. 1,500 aim points, and you need to go 2 to 3. If you hit, you take a satellite shot. You hit, take a satellite shot. It's called BDA, Battle Damage Assessment. Uh, we don't have that many GBU 57s. Bunker busters to the tune of 30,000 pounds of TNT, which is there's a pounds of it, which is about twice of Hiroshima. Not nuclear, but it's the biggest we have made. It's very expensive. I think about 10 million each bomb. And the B2 now can carry 2 of them. They modify to get carry 2. We just don't have 1,500 times, let's say 3 times. We don't have 4,500 bombs. And it would be a huge number. You do the math. But even if they do 10% of it, it takes a lot of work. And this market will sell at the beginning. If it's the technology is winning, it'll rally big. So the VIX should pop. Because VIX is popping, but that should be the ask, it opens up on the options. So going to option was going to be difficult. I did the same thing also in the, what do you call it, during COVID. If you remember, I only changed my bias back and forth. I did not put any option trades. And I would say go to cash. You don't need leverage. Why are you doing options? Go to cash and just follow us precisely on the cash. Buy and sell a spy. Not double or triple. Liquidity is a problem. I have a friend the other day. Okay, you think he's going to go down? I'm going to sell, I don't know, is it TQQ? No, SQQQs. I'm going to buy SQQ. I didn't say that. I said, you modify the trade. Don't modify the trade. You think you're going to learn something because your trade? No. You're going to lose and you're going to be miserable. When you're miserable, you don't learn. The goal is cumulative learning. You find yourself, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Don't do that. So that's my game plan. So we'll probably engage on the short side. What, as in the Persians, we said, with one balloon, you don't have a spring. One day down here, it's not a spring for me yet. I'm going to wait. This is a 50 bar. There could be two or three trials here. If the targets are, if they're successful the way we think they should be, because our technology is so much better, and they have a lot of hype over there. We should go up. So we could be going back and forth here. So we don't want to commit on the option side. Cash is a different thing. Option side, the bid ask will kill you, and also sometimes you could have illiquidity problems depending on the strikes you have chosen. So this is that's our game plan. I think it's important for us to go through this discussion here to understand the thinking. It's it's technical charts, it's geopolitical, and also military-industrial complex. I'll challenge you to go out to see somebody with my background, with my pedigree. I'm not trying to be cocky, but I just happen to be at that cross section, given my recorded work experience. And that's why I wrote Time and Digest. I said we're going to go flat here because of the following reasons. I copied to all. Now, someone came back to me and says, can you tell me when I go long? I said, no. No, no. I told you I went flat. Going long, you got to be in as a member. And the flat was just to clear the air, see what we have done, so forth. But going in, yeah, and I don't mind copying you for a short period of time, but you have to be in. Why? I don't have time to copy your name. When I hit the go, it's a command that, thanks to Nancy, she's got an algorithm there that goes and looks at. We have a very intelligent, obviously, email server, but tied to our SQL and knows who's got what, and what the expression is. Do they validly get it? Boom. And this is done on the fly. And we do this for every product, not just BMT. Nancy has changed the way we operate here. I salute her. Okay, time. Okay. Oh, econ data. All right, let's go to econ data quickly before I talk too much. Okay, there we go. Okay, econ data. We had Case Shiller today. How did it come in? I haven't seen it in line. Okay, no news here. All right, but next. How's it? No, forget. John Williams spoke. This is head of New York Fed. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is today. I'm sorry. New Home says I wanted to take a look. 676 in line, very much in line. There we go. That's a yes, 3,000 off, and revised a little bit higher. Yeah. Always watch the rates, by the way. If you're the smartest trader in the room is your bond trader. I used to be a bond trader. I was student of Richard Roll, the guy who did the payoff for Goldman. He's a Goldman VP. Every time you refinance, you get a few basis points. You should see his restaurant that his wife runs and his farm outside of LA. It's a matter of what you know, right? Richmond Fed, Mid Atlantic, zero point 0.4. See, that's bad. That's bad. Yeah, I smell stagflation. I smell Jimmy Carter, the peanut farmer. We'll see. I hope I'm wrong. Durable goods. Okay. Whoa. Oh yeah, this was heavy up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why you sold like that. Yeah. Again, if the rates are staying up, then the economy is faltering on and off. That's stagflation. If the economy is bad, the rates should go down, not up. So the economy is a little bit stronger than we think, but part of it is also variability. CEOs need to know with some certainty how to manage their capex. And this, what is durable goods? There's a lot of it both individual, like stuff you buy for your home, or for plant and equipment for business. So this is strong. Okay, look at zero point 0.3 versus month to month extra. That's twice. Look at that. That was negative. This is positive. And we don't have core capital because they're month to month. But anyhow, uh, we're in a mixed blessing. But also now we have one more thing. Jobless claims have not come in yet. Okay, that's going to be a surprise. This is nothing. we're gonna have a surprise here. Remember in COVID they said it's not gonna be a big number. Of course, that was before shutdown. When the shutdown came, that number hit 20 million. It's the third, I believe it was third or second week of April. Yeah, and just we just exploded. Hey Gary, how are you? Welcome. And so watch your data, watch daily. We try to make some commentary, but I'm not good. I'm so. There's nothing like Peter Cook. And you get a copy. Every morning you get a copy. I think in either chat room, just that commentary in the morning is worth the value of the price of it. He's that good. Yeah, he is. He's one of the. I mean, if I expand on the hedge fund, I'm stealing him from a chair. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Are you kidding me? There is nobody like Peter. Nobody. He's just incredible. Listen, Admiral Esposito says, "Where's my report? Call Peter." I said, "Admiral, I am not your secretary. You call Peter. You have his number." Today's Wednesday, correct? Dennis, I forgot what day it is. I swear. And so the read is incredible. As a courtesy, we shared that a few months when we were trying to get more people into the ES room. And you could see his point of view. Most of his work is around ES, sometimes talking about NQ. But I'm flexible on both. I do my timing on ES because that's the SPX is 80% of US equities. You got to go with that big footprint. Obviously, NQ has shares some names, especially the high beta. Now you have some Bible names. Crypto would be in trouble. MSTR would be in trouble. Uh, I think, like, for all practical purposes, I don't know how we could did. NVIDIA, not NVIDIA. NVIDIA will do fine. But Tesla is probably done. Tesla was down 6% today. Tesla as a brand name is done. The idiot opens his mouth too many times, and he doesn't realize he got a gift from the government, which is us, the taxpayers. And so you can see what's happening. I think it's done. 70% down in sales in Europe. You don't come back. The brand is destroyed. And NVIDIA will be there. I just ordered a NVIDIA part for one of my i9s. Oh, by the way, on i9s, do not buy anything after newer than 12th generation. Don't buy 13,000 or 14,000 series. Well, I had one. Intel changed it and gave me 5 years, no questions as replacement. Well, part of this could be I could be vocal on CNBC or on Twitter, but the reality is they said no, we extended it to everybody. This was a boo boo on their part. I said don't call it boo boo. That's the nickname of Admiral Tico. That's a copyright problem. But I would say I would be careful on that. I was short, by the way, on AMD. We're short on AMD. It dropped 4%. We went short yesterday and went up against me. Overnight, I doubled down. I said, no. Let's go sell some into the open and look at we did well. This were hedge client, yeah, very large hedge client. I mean, these guys are individually worth over 100 million each. Yeah, from real estate. Yeah, but they're hedging. They're scared of real estate. Commercial real estate, you're in a toilet. Uh, But somebody's problem is somebody's meal, right? Meal ticket. Micro strategies, by the way, I'm looking at here. Let me see what I'm doing here. Okay. I'm going through this so you know what I'm talking about. We'll get to the charts later. Micro strategy, I think that's going to get liquid heavy. I mean, I try to have people get out at 400, and they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Now look where they are. And they think, do we got to go up? If somebody asks you, that means they're very long. I tell them go get some jelly. Ladies, plug your ears. Uh, these guys have no clue what this is coming. I think it could be not as bad as the what do you call it, COVID, but maybe half as much. I think we can drop another. I think we can drop another. I don't know, 10%. Yeah, I think S&P could get down to 4,800. Yes, 750. 20 is 10%. It's 570. Yeah. Yeah. No. A little bit higher. I think about 5,100 to 5,200 on S&Ps. Yeah. Yeah. It won't be as bad as COVID. Problem with COVID was a shutdown. The country shut down in terms of operation. And some people completely went out of business, never came back, especially restaurants. In New York alone, I don't know if this number is correct. I've got a lot of friends there. I go there often, classmates who are in the market and so forth. They're good with numbers. They said 10,000 restaurants alone just in New York shut down. I think New York has that many restaurants, but just just a huge, uh, astronomical number. So watch for that. Let's see. Move forward. None of this. This forget the auctions. Again, treasuries, and treasuries. International trade. We're gonna get this thing bumped. You see how this bumping up? Yeah. The current policy is a disaster. Plain and simple. Now, Tico told that to you November 5th, and Sombo poo pooed that. And we rallied. So they said, we told you Tico was wrong. Really? Really? Okay. Those are the guys who've cleaned the shelves of all the jellies that's left. So this is going to get really bad. You'll see. GDP is not my first rodeo. Remember, I was in silver crash. I bought the market 729 on the Dow, March 28th, 1980. Okay, I wasn't trading options. There was a very small option exchange out there. Now it's huge, SIBO, which I used to teach at. But I was student of. If you go here, you can see what I did. There we go. Hit the about. These are my professors, and this one guy, Jack Shelton, he changed my life. He's the one who did Black Show a year before. Black Show, yeah, Martin shows on Fisher Black. I'm not as smart. I just haven't been at the right place on the right time. I'm just very, very lucky. My birth number is 7. That tells you the story. That's you add the digits, month, day, and year. Full 4 digit of the Roman calendar. I'm 7. Okay. My driver's license says, I mean, car license, 7 patent, because I was nicknamed at Northrop. So I think we're going to have a challenge in front of us. Be careful. Let's start small. Let's go to GDP. That's tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. Kind of mute here for now. We'll see how it comes, but I think expect this to be a downside. Yeah. You can see a lot of companies have cut back on payroll, cut down on some capex expansion. I know it's a transition. I think they will come back in different shape or form. But during that process, could be 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, whatever it is, it's going to be a lot of pain, especially the middle class. The poor is poor. They don't know how to get out of it. And we have a lot of support for them, the kind of safety net, but not middle class. Middle class will be suffering here big time. The 401k could have been, I call it 201k now, but could become 101k. We'll see. We'll see. So be very, very careful. Next, personal income. This is what the Fed likes to look at. The PC indexes, so you could see. Now, in the mornings, we report these in the morning to remind you. Excuse me. There we go. Sorry, sleep has been a problem. Oh, shit. Hold on. We didn't forget that. She's an idiot. Another bimbo. So here, this is what we post in the mornings. Okay. So we tell you what to look for. Today, I overslept. We try to catch up. I had 900 emails in 5 working days. So, but you can blow up and see all of our charts. You click, including, by the way, performance for this setup. You go to Nancy. We should add that. We should do a link here. Okay, but you go to see that these details. We show all of this, but not this part because Thomas stole from us. Yeah, can you believe this? Yeah. I have to say, I mean, now we're going full war. I had to report him to, I did report him to Microsoft Legal. Good luck. That's plagiarism. He stole all of this from us, but he doesn't understand there were errors. You find errors. I'm not saying this is error free, but once I found errors, I went to him. I locked this out. I locked it out. I put it on the other page, and let's see. This is what I want to look. Had this number over 1. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's like you have a baby that was born and says 5 years old. Can't. Was born today. Can't be 5 years old. This was over 1. So he's got issues he doesn't know. And of course, private factor is unreal. 6? Over 6? Are you kidding me? You should be, all the Wall Street should work for you. I mean, maybe Ray Dealer should head of Bridgewater should come work for you. He doesn't have a money manager at 6. What do you call it? Is not 6. Uh, Stanley Druckenmiller. Gil Caffrey is not at 6. Okay, this is a this is you can't. It's very difficult to go about 2.5 or so. Maybe if you Admiral Tico, you can hit 3. But Esposito is not Admiral Tico. They're two different admirals. Tico has got one extra star. Don't forget. No, I'm just joking. But you know what I'm talking about. These are some asymptotic levels you cannot punch through. We haven't done it in the last 40 years. So it's called karma. Microsoft, who owns LinkedIn, he is on LinkedIn. That's why I write into it. My chart is there. And all his calculations are in there, except his numbers, obviously. So he stole all of that. So I told him, I tried to contact him. He goes, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "You should ask what's wrong with you. Ask yourself what's wrong with you. But I've got plans for you." And I hanged up on him. Now, and of course, now I'm beginning to tell everybody publicly that data is wrong. What happens is that that error it was happening to us too. That's why we have to catch it. Well, three of them. One of them will overstay what you're doing that easily. You have to find out which one. So we got to fix. That's why we have to lock it up. We can't go in. So this is in there. The chart is in there. Okay, but we take all the sharing out. What's this? What are we doing here? There's a sharing involved. See, we took all the sharing out. They're just people have to. Just me and Nancy have to share. Two different emails so we can get to from any location. And Mark can view it, but the end result is always posted here, and we upped it. We upped it for you here. So we give the charts daily. It's maybe a day behind max, but we start. This one we're going to add. Why? Because there's so much snap time. A snap time we have. We click, you see that. Okay. So you see all the detail of what we've done. Full transparency. Also on our what do you call it, in our chat to Twitter, we put the link 3. So this way you can get to any of our pieces you want at once. For example, next proactive market time, you go there, you can get to register. Okay. We've tried Streamline, and Ninja has a very good compliance. As an XMCT, I have to comply. Yeah, no question. Okay, let me get back here. Let's go here. Okay, so we've talked that. Now, what do we have on the numbers? The fifth week of the month, right? And that's why we have GDP, and we have uh, durable goods. Then next week we start on Tuesday. So Monday's gonna be busy, guys. That's the 31st. It's end of a quarter. It'll be very busy. Hey, Johnny, how are you? Welcome. It's gonna be very busy for because of month end and quarterly end expirations. You know, these days we seem to have more expirations than we have ETFs. I mean, it's ridiculous. But for CBOE, it's income, so that's what they do. They do have great product development, but they've overdone it on expirations. I think. Again, that's my humble opinion. I don't work for them anymore, but we follow on Twitter. I show up in Chicago. They come to my events. I go to their events. But for now, it's called First Amendment. I'm going to speak out my mind. If they have a problem, they better explain to me why. CME tried to do that. I questioned them. So that's to do with their servers. Yeah. Yeah, but that's a different story. Uh, anyhow, so Tuesday, I'm sorry, next Monday, we have Chicago PMI. Dallas Fed, watch that. Farm prices, that's another problem. Yesterday, in some farm, I think it's Pennsylvania or Arkansas, they flew the Trump flag upside down. It's a sign of distress. This thing is going to get worse, you'll see. If history is any guide. We told you, you're going to get incompetence and chaos 2.0. And you're getting it. I've never made, this is the first, this last 8, 9 months has been the best 8, 9 months of my life in income. So, PMI manufacturing on Monday, I'm sorry, Tuesday the 1st, followed by ISM. Jolts, don't forget Jolts at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Wednesday, remember we do 2 weeks because of the cycle we're in for these webinars. AEP, Early on at 8:15, factory orders. The third, which is Thursday, we're gonna have a Challenger job cuts. Watch that. That's gonna be a big one at 7:30 on Thursday the third. Again, trade data, PMI composite, ISM, and Fed balance sheet. Now, fourth is going to get you employment. I don't care about Baker Hughes. Uh, employment situation at 8:30. Now, when do we meet again? Let's see, and then I'm done here. Let's go to charts. Uh, I'm just following our protocol. Let's go here to calendar. Okay, we're gonna meet on the on the 9th. Next meeting should be on the 9th, which is the Wednesday. Yeah. Okay. So still going forward. Because this covers you to end of next week. And we have a beginning, little bit of following week, which is the first week. No, it's not. So I'm sorry. No, we're good. 2 more days. The 7th, which is the 7th of April, nothing there. Consumer credit. And then Tuesday, they have NFIB, small business, forget that. Hold on, if I'm submitting on the 9th, the 2 in the afternoon. So next time we meet, we'll already have the 2 in the afternoon minutes of the previous FOMC meeting. Then followed by CPI and PPI. Okay? So that's the calendar we want to watch. Again, watch for Challenger. Watch the Challenger job cuts. Look at jobless claims. Watch treasuries. And of course, Tico posts those charts. You should follow Tico. And then, and by the way, that link does that. If you go to here, we'll give you various. If you go to Twitter, okay, you go to Twitter. We have emailed that to you also. You go to this tree link. You get Admiral Tico's link to. There we go. I don't know where it was. Some of these things. Uh, there you go. Fleet Admiral Tico. So you could go there and see what he's up to. Remember, but be careful. He's a knight commander. It's a KCP, Knight Commander of Persian Empire. So be careful. Be nice. Okay. Don't get out of line. He just got a general manager of what do you call it, series here, fired. Food, what do you call it, franchise, yeah, down in Naples. They mistreated him, and he's just hit back hard. But you're public, you gotta be careful. You're you're prey for me, Antico. All right, let's go to charts. We're coming to a death cross where 50 drops below 200. Okay, you have a golden cross which goes above it, which we had it here. Or let me do it like this. Okay, this is a golden cross started back somewhere back here. We'll pop over that, and all good things must come to an end. Okay, so I'm sorry. What is it? To run what? No, he won't. He won't. No, he's a no. He voted for Trump in 2016. When I got him, like 5 weeks, 4 weeks later, first thing I put him in a rehab. So he's a recovering Trump kid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, he wouldn't be caught near Trump right now. Yeah. I mean, why would he want? He's got a brand name. Last time I checked, they were taking Trump's names off the buildings. Tico has a brand name. That's growing. So, sovereign wealth. No, no. But we have true story. We have two sovereign wealth funds are looking at what we do. So, yeah, true story. Not a joke. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't get into more detail of that, but yeah. No, but he has earned it. Look at his calls. Remember in COVID, 38% in 5 weeks. Yeah, it was just this was it was staggering and nerve wracking because it's a country. I don't want to be short all the time. I do short for take advantage of the price changes. But if we're going to be short forever, there goes end of capitalism. We'll be another third world country. In some areas, we are. I understand that. Like the border, that's wrong. Like the food stamps. Uh, but we're here for different reasons. We're here because of capitalism, job creation, capital creation, uh, technology improvements, all of that. Somebody's got to pay for those. The government can't. Government can't. That's the problem with other countries. They think government can solve all problems. No, government is not efficient. You need to have a race there. So the best talent go there. Why? For the best results, best rewards. Okay, they go together. So I'm a very, very what do you call it? An Iron Rand type. Very, very free trade. As a matter of fact, I don't mind saying what Greenspan used to say. One of students of Ayn Rand uh, that the market itself should punish them. The problem is not me, you, and me. We'll get out of the way. But if you were some idiot who was giving your money to Madoff and you had no system to watch Madoff, listen, some of his family, best friends became victims. So for the in uh, undertooled, okay, undereducated, undertooled, we need some systems there. It's like saying we don't need EPA. Of course we do. Of course we do. Or FAA or CDC. I mean, just this is a problem. Yeah, going into just knocking numbers out by numbers, head counts by numbers is going to be very expensive for this country. Yeah, and we can't do that. I don't understand. If you're a patriot, you would agree with that. Only idiots will agree with that. So I believe in job cuts. I believe in budget cuts, but judiciously. You guys see what the problem is? You cut that. You can't just get rid of people by, cut 80%, we're going to be fine. No, no, no. Only idiots would do that. And time will come and prove that. You'll see. So, yeah. Gary, you're lucky I wasn't born here. I would fix this, but not like this. We used to have a discussion in Stocks and Jocks. They're probably on recording. You can go and check it. There's a radio program. The radio guy said, "Oh God, it was Thursday. Here you go again." I get so tired. I said, "For what?" He goes, "You don't see the right." He was in the producer booth. He goes, "All my phones light up the moment they know you're here," and because he would, screen the calls. Obviously, I didn't know how many they were, but he had no outbounds. All his incoming would be calls coming in. I was there, but I had given a game plan. We won't get here. We have a different mission. Okay, we're at 50, at 200 bar, negative slope on a 50. So pretty soon, somewhere in here, these two will cross, just like a magnet, and that will be a death cross. What happens there? It's important to understand how the market operates. Well, if you're a money manager, work for let's say you work with Louis Navier, and he's got like 10, 15 youngsters out of a Harvard MBA type running a portfolio, because I used to work for them as for hedging. Uh, they go with the top-down view of things and what the CIO is telling them. Simple. If you take it to your own name to Sharin, let's say NVIDIA, and let's put NVIDIA up here. Let's go to swing, put NVIDIA up here. That's AMD. Okay? And you're getting that daily. You see? This is already turned negative slope. Cost is coming. You sell. Why? How are you going to explain to your CIA that you stayed long on a death cross? Who do you think you are? You think you know more than the market? I speak to myself, same thing. Farid, you think you know more than the market? Market is the aggregate of all of our behaviors. So I have to sell. What happens is this becomes an avalanche. We're not that far. So here's what you do. Get rid of your BAWA names. How do you define BAWA? Three things I look at for investment grade. Management, products, fortress balance sheet. Like MSTR. Could be collapsing. Let's go to MSTR. I mean, you borrow long on bonds and you buy crypto. Who do you think you are? Yeah. So I mean, he's down at $13, 4%. It was worse in the morning. He's at 50. Wait until these two cross. What does he have to do to get out? He has to sell crypto. He owes interest on the bonds. The Armageddon is not here yet. Remember, down for October? Yeah. We're close, but we're not there for this guy. And he deserves that. I don't know. He got his maths from MIT, but so reckless, so reckless. So all hype. He'll be brilliant if we go to like 125,000 on crypto. But why should we go there? We're not. The crypto has a high correlation with SPX. If SPX is on a sell, I crypto can go up. By the way, Orb was created for crypto. It's just that so violent. We said no. Let's take something has a management, products, balance sheet. Has hundreds of them, so it's a law of averages. That's what after NQ. We will go after ES. The beta is lower with a opening ORB opening range breakout, which is not my idea. You can Google that. For that kind of a trades, you want a higher beta and works better. You want it to trend. Yeah. So let's go through these charts, guys, because otherwise we'll never finish. We still have room to fall, guys. Room to fall there too. McKellen oscillators. We're up, but look what the CIDFs are doing. CIDFs are already telling you we're going to go south. Yesterday was a tell. With all that push, we didn't go anywhere. We got above 200. Nobody's holding it. So that's why last night Tico says, Daddy, let's go flat. I said, sure, honey. Whatever you want. Here's my boo-boo. It's my little boo-boo. It's only 10, 11 pounds. But when it comes to the chart, sits on my lap, look at the chart. He moves with his nose. Like, here, this one. I said, okay, let me take a look. This is equal weighted. This has not been that bad yet, as you can see from the ratio. It's still up there. This will come this makes a new low. You'll see. Why? Behavior science. Remember, I've been in every down market since 1980 March. I was not short into the. I wasn't even know what the market was doing. I didn't know was not that. Who were the members of Dow 30? But Gil Caffrey, I call him on the floor. His dad is a famous. Bless his soul. He just passed away. Great guy. Great guy. One of the greatest option players I've ever run into. Very smart. He knew Larry McPhillan and called him and said, would you take my son and teach him practical stuff because he was a student of Bill Quant at Princeton, head of the economic department. Very tough to get a B other guy. Bill got A plus, and he wrote in 28 days. Bill is as I said, a 7 sigma event. He's a gifted individual, and just with the iPad, just give him an iPad, and he could be very dangerous. Yeah, and he's got firepower like you won't believe. So a lot of times when you get that big, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. They sell so much in front of you, you can't breathe. And next thing you know, the EMS is there to give you some oxygen. Uh, I still think there's a push down here. We're not done. This will pull down further. Once we get this thing get closer down, then we're done. We're flushed out. Where the hype of SPX market caps is drowned by equal weighted because they're where they're hiding, the big names. This is not hiding. You can't hide here. So, I mean, the big boys knew what's going on. Look at their skew. When did we tell you this is happening? December 4th. What were you guys doing? Go, 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 go. Well, look who's laughing all the way to the bank. One second, guys. Man, I'm getting dehydrated here. Okay, Dow hasn't dropped much. 132. It's nothing. Wait. And walk out of his -1, -2 sigma challenge was in. Always watch the patterns. +1, +2 to go up. -1, -2. You take that plus the CI, you're home free. You just have to have discipline and be a monkey. Forget my other things at that, and I have this idea, and I learned that with the school. Throw them away. I threw some of my best books away. They aren't working. Look at my pedigree. No, if it's not working, accept defeat. Go with what's working so you can learn. When you lose it, you're not gonna learn. You shut off your learning, and you avoid. You repeat the past. You repeat the errors. So simple stuff. Simple logic. You'll be street smart. Transportation came back up sideways right now. This tells us where the S&P is going to go. Look at Russell. Russell's dropping. Yeah, here for not for neutral, but for the NDX for Nasdaq, even all of Nasdaq Composite. These are not good constructs. I don't think a bad news is here yet. Okay, market is a little bit nervous, but this is not the bad news yet. If this was the bad news, we have no problems. Yeah, and we have a lot of problems. Okay, here's the one I want you to look at. You can build this on your own machine. It's very simple. Need to enter. You take the price minus 50 bar and plot that. Okay, which is here. You take the price, same price, minus 200 bar, which is this one, the solid white one, and you get this. And then you would pull back. I mean, I'll go to Russell and do this. Look at min maxes. Okay, we're not really that sold out yet. It's early. It's early. We may have it. We may do a W and then be a broken W. We'll see. Where this is one leg. So we got another leg coming up, and let's see where that is. Well, what if the leg doesn't come and it goes down? That where that low is on the second leg is a big towel. We're probably a couple of weeks away. Probably. So if we started low, I mean turning short, and you didn't get out, and you're hoping, I had a friend of mine today said on MSTR, I think I'm gonna hold. I said get more jelly. Be prepared. It's gonna be difficult. The more volatile the markets are, the behavior is very big tell. It's very much. It's not the scale. It's a percentage and timing. Percentage up and down. Actually, that's how you get analogs, and and the timing is the vertical bars. Yeah. So let's look at SPX in this mode. You could see we kind of were near here. Going back, we've got nowhere down here. You see how much the down is as a percentage? Because you have to normalize it. We got a way to go on the downside. Okay, rates probably will go up. Assets will dry up. All assets have to be repriced. If you have a stagflation, they all have to. Real estate, gold, all of that. Now, the problem with the war with Iran, the gold will pop. I'm telling some people take some profit. I have a few items I'm not selling. Yeah, because they're family. Not interested. Yeah. Yeah, how my watch went from I bought it for $2,700. I had a bonus on the F18 on a 4,100 cost on it. I bought back then. It was a lot of money back then. I think my salary was like I don't know 1,800 a month, but they gave me a big bonus, so I bought watch. I was other one picture for 2,700, 2,400 for my sister. She was a gold. She was the antique and gold dealer on the side when she was at Arthur Anderson. Oh, she's from different tribe, shall we say that? Yeah, she understands that stuff. I just priced it 75 to 80 grand. I've held it 40 years, but you can see gold stays. Do I'm going to sell it? No, no. Are you kidding me? I'm going to give it to my niece's son to stay in the family. But my point is, these things I had never wear it. It's always in the safe. These things are gold will react like that. Has hold value. So, uh, neutral and Momo. We're not getting big drops and big spikes here yet. We're not near a low. Is that a big spike? It looks like it. Maybe it is, but I think this kind of comes in advance. It's not coincidence. It's a leading indicator. That's 3-4. So if you come here, you'd see. If you go back like this, you could see where the spikes came, and on the lows, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. So this is not typical of a low. We still have more to go. That's a weekly. Am I going to be right or wrong? I don't know. I have no clue. It's every day for me this venture to see where am I right, where I'm wrong. I'm often both here and there. We'll have to dissect and look at it every day. But we'll see. The only thing I worry about these things is really the underprivileged, the third world countries, the true victims. The not not combatants. No. No. My dad always was a combatant. I worked in the military industrial complex. You can't worry about that because we chose to do that. But those who have nothing to do with this, you worry about. Down 64 points, Murray. Down 64 points on the downside. Good exit yesterday, absolutely. Now here's SQ. SQ. Remember this December 4th? We told you what? Or is it this December 4th? No, no. December 4th here. This is after the election. This is December 4th. Look what's happened. We said we haven't seen it in this area, pretty much around 170. Forget that. Boom, boom. Complete destroyed the scale that the product division of SIBO had for it. It was 100 to 150. 150 is long gone. We've never down to 100. This is the all-time low. That's all-time high. So big range. Do we show it there? No. Oh, that's up there. So I'm sorry. Here. Here's your low. Here's your high. Yeah, it's the low is 100. The high should have been 150. Design rule. When we first they start giving the data out on a diskette for some of us practitioners in Chicago to work with it. Yeah, yeah. Actually, Gil told me go talk to these guys about this, and then was the help of also a key quant guy at Citadel. Yeah, Ken Griffin's show. Big, very quiet group, hush hush, everything. Lots of supercomputers. Okay, whoa, look at that. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is the spread 3 months. It popped up a little bit. We're at near zero. Again, we're still negative. If we get above zero to get near half, maybe that's the low. Let's check again, make sure we got the right symbols. Always check your work. Yeah, we're long April, short July. That's right. Because that is March is gone. Now, my favorite indicator goes back to the days of mask. Probably first one I wrote. This was first in FHHL. First our high and low was the second one. Uh, this was a collaboration with Stan Harley, the president of MAS. FHHL was Marshall Freed. Neither of them were correct. They were wrong because you have to back test, you walk forward test, you have to see it in real time. But working in Chicago, which was a gem of a place in terms of quantitative work, the smart guys worked in Chicago, the big marketing guys worked in New York, big different breed of people. Uh, we got this fixed, and then a couple more features. The colors came because of updated versions of train station. We're running 85 now. While I was away, it's rolled over. Uh, we said it's going to come back. It looks like we may have more to go 2 days ago. That's why I stayed one more day. Got five. It was negative near the close, but we popped five more handles and we locked it, which is previous close. So, uh, 57.75, I thought. Yeah, 7.5. Yeah, there we go. 57.5. Yeah, makes sense. 64 handles now. Okay. We still think this bounce is not complete yet, or it's going to collapse because we get these rendezvous points, right? All three. Uh, but this could go one of them up to sit there until the other two catch up. This can be interesting to watch. We have, by the way, we have. I'm here to. I'm pleased to report to you that we also program that on the NT. This is not my idea. This is a published idea by Tushar Chande. Great book to read. Tushar Chande. It's not a book suggested readings. You can get it on Amazon. I don't know if you can get it on Amazon. They're really is sold out. But maybe you can. You can buy. Get a used copy. Listen, you don't care for the cover. I don't care. I don't judge a book by its cover. I look at substance. That's why all these glamorous shit, I don't pay attention. Something else is wrong. Look at the substance. Uh, you'll see what the stock RSI is doing. This one, nobody deals with this. This is my baby, SP2, and we took us a while to get it running. The IB I'm talking about is FHH. This is from the floor and it's working great. Look at the levels. Look at how these levels have worked together. Oh, Murray, hold on. That's his wrong. Hold on. At NQ.D. So you want to using a lead card. Yeah. This is correct. That was it. This should be at. So I don't have to roll over. You know what I'm saying? I'm a creative guy, and so what do you call it? I'm kind of tambal. Would you say that? I'm a lazy guy. I will let the machine do the work. I want to work on the thinking part. So you could see how it reacts at certain levels. Look at here, and then goes so close. This was a big sell, guys. You got to count high and low. 1, 2, 3. So we may even go up at that before we roll. Why? We have to bring in some sheep. You can't short the market and win if you don't have enough sheep there. And what happens with sheep? You sell them to a slaughterhouse. So Okay, let's move on here. SQ. Yeah, SQ was a big gift. And by the way, the start of the move was exactly at 90 days. Exactly that 60 to 90 days range we talked about, that they started this move down on here. So if you go there, you'll see that's the 219. Hold on, hold on. Is this the high? No, hold on. That's 23 now. How come it was at the top? Somewhere in here often, but it was to the day. It's within the 60 to 90 rule. And as this was, they were getting ready for this. That's why we're getting higher and higher SQ. Now they're getting out of it. They've cashed out. So SQ versus the S&P, very crucial to watch next few days. We talked about this. Let's go to treasuries. Okay. Well, what is the CI showing you? A little weaker CI if I understand that. But generally speaking, we're above zero. Above zero. A little bit red. So I expect we could see it's very with tariffs. Remember, tariffs raise the price. It's it's not you're not collecting from a third world country. You're collecting from your own citizens. Tariff is inside the country, not from over. More, more typical stuff that have no ground, no basis points. So I expect the treasuries to turn around, and go back up, given the chart pattern, given that we have done this, especially 10-year and 5-year cars and housing. It's done this and now it's done that. So I expect the next thing to go up until we get to up here. And could be as high as here. 4.5, 4.6 area. I don't think we take that out yet. Why? Wait a minute. I thought the low of the market is when Tesla just what do you call it, implodes. Because the richest guy implodes, that's the bottom of the market, where everybody's gonna sell on his brother. So I would go and watch Tesla. We always have a low made of some company. Look at it in on subprime. It was Lehman, it was Bear Stearns, or Merrill. There's that sort of thing. If you look at 2-year notes, that was Solomon by Solly. This is, I believe, 1984, if I remember it right. Um, yeah, 1984. Yeah, Reagan was starting his second term. And then these guys left him and started long-term capital, and that was another debacle. So history will repeat itself, but always you're gonna have a big name that's gonna collapse on the bottom. Once that guy is it, we take off. Remember, was it one bat the year before? Long-term capital was October 7th, 97. Uh, Niederhofer went down. Niederhofer went down. And he just sat there like a monkey with his MIT grad, what do you call it, intern. Bring him tea, and then he lost 270 million in one day in vol trades. That's a lot of trades. Yeah, not the stocks, volatility trades. Yeah, so that was a low. That was a low. Boom, we took off after that. So I don't know what that even is, but let's take a look at it. Okay, never got to 80. Here's your Larry, up and down volume. Never got that. So this is yeah, no bottom here. Now this is 30 years. So again, keep watching. You can run these. These are simple. Okay. Totally killed the late signal of the long here. This is Larry's buy up. Was it buy power index? Buying power index. Nothing there. Pulled back. This one same, except it's still short. Transversion is still short. You see that from there, right? And where transversion goes, SIP goes always. So, and then you got short here. No, we have long here on Russell. So you would think Nasdaq should go up. It's not. But also same signal. It is also on a long, but hasn't. So forget nations. same crap. On indices, no, 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 that's just that's what I was doing separately. I have not worked on my FIP. I'm behind. I need a little bit of time to do the FIP. Yeah, I will. Any questions for me? Let's get on the charts for top 10. I'm getting a little tired, guys. Sorry. I'm afraid the quality will drop. So, okay, go to swing, and we're just going to click here on MSTR. Boom. Huh? What happened? Murray, what happened here? Hold on 1 second. Let me fix this. This isn't this there? No, no, hold on. Okay, let's make it blue. Okay, so if I go there, that's blue, right? Yeah. Let me go there and hit PayPal. Huh? Huh? What happened here? Dude, okay, so hold on. And which one is this? This 1 second, guys. This was work this afternoon. Huh? Sorry, guys. I don't want to type it. I was just going to click on it. Huh? Okay. Somehow it's not registering. Okay. That's okay. We'll do it brute force. MSTR. I'm going down top 40 of NASDAQ by beta. MSTR. Okay. Uh, yes, our price is good. You see a W. Can it hold it here or not? Yeah. And big ceiling above it on weekly. Remember, that's a 200 weekly. I'm sorry, that's a 0.6. That's 20, 50 weekly, and 200. 200 is 4 years, right? 52 times 4. So it's trying to come up, challenging area. I think we'll probably test 50 bar a couple of times. What is it after that? I don't know. I'm not in prediction business. I mean, trade what you see, not what you think. I'm interested in what chart is showing. Next, Tesla. These are not my market cap. These are my beta, so you can see. Yeah, this is the puzzle. I think uh, I have better clarity once we hit like 160, 160, 165, and then the test actually is at what do you call it? The test would be when uh, we get to like 169, 191 to 169. These are sigma levels. They're repeating in nature. Sorry, guys, I'm very tired. I'll be good in a few days. I'm just the doctors don't know anything, so. But this is getting expensive for a South African friend. Well, who said to open your mouth? If you're in business and that rich, keep your mouth shut and stay on the radar. Maybe you know, you probably know something we don't know. Okay, Nvidia. Nvidia also in trouble. I have some friends who basically are out because they got sick and tired of it. They got really sick and tired of it. And about a month ago, they start getting out, and then it's like a cocktail party. Gossip. Somebody does it, boom, the whole crowd wants to. This is not good, guys. It's not good. AMD. We're short AMD. Moderate size for uh, short play. Uh, we took some off. Went in Monday afternoon. Monday afternoon. Today's Wednesday. All right. So that's AMD. Nice drop today. Let's go to the next one. ASML, where they make tools for lithography, just making chips and all that. It's how you take the artwork and do the cut the copper, yeah, inside. ASML, right? I think they're out of it's the NV, so Netherlands maybe. Uh, sausage. I pass. Millie. Okay. Oh wow. Look at today. Yeah. So downside. Yeah, this is downside. I would put some Nibble on the small. Put spread if it's working, you add. Do not add to a loser. It doesn't work. Mathematically doesn't work. Any questions, please post. Sorry, I'm a little bit getting tired here. Hold on. Do we have a? Huh? Okay. Let's see. Okay. What do we got here? Okay, PayPal, great company. No, they don't see much here. Yep, maybe it could be this one. Just that. What's the line in the sand? Huh. Yeah. I don't know what's going on up there. Yeah. Okay. Next. Sorry, can't waste time on that. I don't know about Melly. There's PayPal. AMAT. Okay, no, that should be a good one to watch. Okay. Yeah, AMAT. Okay. No. It's basically hanging out with the rising. It's going forward with a dropping CI. I'm saying the center line. We're already in a death cross. We see a current situation is death cross, and take some support to 200 bars. So I would watch the 200 bar weeklies. Once you find your size that's trading and hours, you can stay afloat with that. Don't go back and forth. Uh, okay, let me go to. Hold on. PayPal. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go back to market cap because now we're wondering areas are very small. Wow, Nvidia's 292. Huh. Tesla. Okay, guys, let's see, guys. Okay, so that's not volumes, any market cap. There you go. Okay, we have Apple. Let's go to Apple, and then we already talked Microsoft, I think, but we'll go and revisit. No, I don't think we did. Okay, Apple. Yeah, I warned you about Apple. Okay, I don't think we need to buy yet. Why? Because CI diffs. I warned you about Apple. Remember, you don't have to be precise. You don't have to be analytical. You can be close enough. With me, I have to teach a lesson to everybody else. They said one comment to Tico back in January. I was pissed. I was really pissed. Now it's called no,
Sorry, it's one time.
no worries, Nancy. So that's what's called karma. Yeah. So what's happening here? Where are we getting a problem here? Tesla. Okay, Meta. Let's go to Meta. I don't know what this name was. Huh? What is it not doing this? Hold on. META. Huh? What am I not getting? Meta. There you go. Sorry for a moment. I think it was a server issue. Because all these names are coming out of our top 40 we have. What a month it has been for Meta. Remember how they went up those months? You couldn't even touch Meta? Just give them most of it back. It's been difficult for everybody. Okay. Now, what this is doing is pushing uh, the slope. Look at the slope here. Let's do this. The slope of 50 bar. And you got 200 bar coming, 50 to it. What is this going to do? We're going to go near or at what do you call it? Crossing of that, which would be death cross. Then they're going to sell Meta. So I would short this. I would short Meta. We're going to go short with it. With one of my friends who's got a pretty decent sized portfolio. I'm going to keep the notes so far. This is G. Mr. G. We call him Mr. G. Meta. I had another Mr. G in my life, Mr. Granatelli, the guy who did STP. Remember, what was his son, brother, older brother? Andy Granatelli? Yeah. That guy never got anywhere. He ended up being the god of loop jobs, but that was it. Yeah. No, this is Joe, the older brother who started all of this. Yeah, STP at one point was sold. Oh, about early 80s was sold for 150 million. That was a lot of money. Right now it's today's trade, right? No, not exactly. But okay, that's Meta. Let's look at Costco. I want to talk Costco. Hold on. What is wrong here? No, no, oh, see, no, Costco, cost. I'm saying Costco. Right. There you go. There you go. Well, it was a darling before. Look, the all-time was just keep rising. And even down here when there was very little support. But look where we are now. So that's a daily, right? That's a daily. Um, I would buy Costco also. Yeah, probably you have a better chance because it's a defensive stock in front of, let's say, a bunch of high tech stuff. Now, some people are not made for that. I understand that. Avgo. Okay. Broadcom. Reg FD, full disclosure, my brother still works for him. Do nothing. This is very, very tight. Do nothing. Yeah. Maybe, maybe a nibble on the downside. Or do it with a put spread. Not put and call, but spread. Put spread. Yeah. Downside. Little bit. Uh I'd rather see us going to somewhere in between these two. So that's what I see there. Okay. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but I think they're gonna go shop. They're gonna be at the okay, what else do we have? Netflix. Yeah. And when I'm sick, I can't live without this. If I sometimes I'm getting recently I'm getting some backaches. I get sick, I get tense back muscle. Those I run to is Netflix. It's doing good, guys. It's doing good. We told you to go long last month. We say hold on. Hold on to your long. Do not sell it yet. Yeah. Again, very defensive entertainment. Bad high tech. So you got multiple there, both for the energy part and also I'm saying the scalability part and entertainment. And plus that it's just such huge, loyal and multinational followership. What else do we have here that I don't know? Let me look at ISRG. IRCG, I'm saying. Is this, hold on. ISRG. ISRG, right? Okay, ISRG here. Yeah. No, I wouldn't touch it right now. But I would keep an eye on it. Why? If we're pulling up. We're pulling up a little bit here. It would be aggressive to go in, especially with the outside bar. Uh, let's go AMD. Reg FD, we're also slightly, uh, this is AMD, not, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, we're short AMD to some puts. Yeah. If I remember it right, I'm sorry. Uh, mhm. That's it. I really don't see anything else there big. Let's go here and take a look at net change. It's a rudimentary manual, what do you call it? Data management. Okay, what is this? No. SMCI. I have some friends at SMCI. I told them to get out. Oh, this was months ago, and of course, it ran up, but we're now below it. Yeah. So this is another one's gonna be down the tubes fast. Okay, I'm gone. I'm done. All right, so guys, any questions for me? Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I apologize. Not in my intention, but here we are. Any questions, boys and girls? Any question, guys? Second? It's almost 6 o'clock. We've been an hour and 45 minutes. Anything else? Any other rumors? Gary, you may have heard. Tico Tom. Yeah. Why don't you write a check? It's easy for you to say. You know how much tomahawk is? $60 a pound. And typically, if you want to cook it right, it should be 3 pound meat, right? With a bone in. So you want me to spend 200 bucks? I don't know. Tico, he's got money. Let him spend it. But thanks for the advice. I get sick of trouble all the time. Listen, we're gonna shut this thing down. I'll promise you guys next time. Oh, he does. He does. Especially after this injury. Oh, he's going after red meat like you won't believe. I should throw him some Trumpkins. Talk about red meat. See, let him go after that. Um, Next week, 2 weeks from now, I'll be much better mood. We don't know what's wrong, and you know, I don't want any sympathy, but my doc was a little bit concerned. So, but we'll have tests back. We did X-ray and CBC battle for full blood work. Yeah. Oh, wait, Quest is very happy to follow up because they get paid. They took 6 vials from me of blood. Yeah, wide spectrum test. That last time I did that was in 2017, early part. I had just come down here year before, and just got Tico. I was just getting acclimated when this happened because they don't know either. Remember, they don't know. They need to check it. So I appreciate that. Oh, is that right? Okay, okay. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate that. Well, see you guys 2 weeks from now. Okay. Again, we post everything. If you hear them, you should get a link to come in. Do nothing. Automatically, it rotates to the next session. All the best. Thank you for coming in. Remember, I always learn something. So great. Dennis and Nancy, thanks for all you do for us. See you guys later. Bye bye now.